Howdy, how's it going? It's your boy TN Smooth here with another video. Today we are going to be starting a new series here on the channel. Sorry, I do have the hiccups. We are going to be starting a new channel here on the channel, um, and it's going to be a rebuild. Sorry, it's going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that's going to be our team. I have went ahead and skipped through the preseason, so we are going to be hopping right into the regular season. No one really cares about preseason. I mean, yeah, preseason is great when they're doing it in real life and stuff, but as far as like in Madden and stuff, it's just best to skip it, unless you're trying to see different players and kind of what they can do and stuff. Then it might be good to play that. So our first game is going to be a challenge here, as we do have an away game against the Cincinnati Bengals. But first, we do have some weekly stuff to do. So we do have to choose our draft class, which we are going to do auto-generate. So that kind of runs you through the scouting. I do want to focus on quarterbacks. That's going to be one of my main focuses. I will go ahead and throw some QBs on the board that looks good as of now, and obviously that will just be like the top, 10 or whatever that we'll keep an eye on. And then as the season goes on, obviously some of these will come off. That's going to be the main focus. Another focus is going to be corner, so I'll throw a few of those on the board. And keep in mind, this is just if you look, they haven't even been scouted yet. So obviously, this is just really kind of our preseason guys that we want to keep an eye on. Let's look at our scouts. And we have a 3-star on corner. That's perfect. But then I'm going to have to fire them because I want to get a second scout, a 2-star on a QB. And we'll have to go down here. I sorted it. Should have sorted it for offense. There we go. We'll go down here and get one for our QB, 2-star right here. Perfect. QB and wide receiver. So we'll hire them. And then I'm going to put them on national. I want them to be national, since they're looking for a QB. And then southeast, we'll do northeast for them. The best corners come out of the northeast anyway, really. Well, kind of. Can be west as well. Our weekly strategy we're going to do, obviously we need to defend the medium pass. Yeah, I agree with that. Player health, we will do full pads, and we will do starters, I think. It's the beginning of the season. I do have progressive fatigue on. Basically, what that does is it carries on fatigue through the next week and the next week and the next week. So you really got to be careful when you're doing this. If you want to do full pads, half pads, if you want to give most of the reps to this, they split them. If you want to give them to the backups, or if you want to give them to the starters, because if you do too much, if you just do full pads and starters every single time, as you see that 100% where it says 100% fatigue, that's going to go down, 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 and then once it gets to like 20%, that basically means that like you have a lot of fatigue guys. You'll see like the green in their names will light up like yellow and red, and that just means they're really fatigued. So you kind of need to spread the ball around. That way they don't get too fatigued. I do want to. I guess I don't know. It's hard. In real life, Mitch Trubisky is named the starter, right? But in the game, they're both kind of similar. For me, I'm going to make Mitch my starter, I guess, but that could change. That could change. That very well could change. Looks like we're going to be hopefully operating at 100%. Yep, we are. So we have some players that need to be upgraded, and that's Jeremy McNichols. Very familiar with him, former Titan, and apparently, I guess he's out for an extended period of time. I didn't mean to click power back, but I'll take it. +3 break tackle. That puts him at a 73. Justin Lane will upgrade his man-to-man. We'll do an auto upgrade for him. And then we'll go and look at our roster real quick. We are the owner of this team, so and the problem that I have right now off the bat is our offensive scheme, right? So we're running a multiple power run that only 3 starters is a scheme fit for. Only 3. Yeah. We have some problems with offensive line, obviously. We need a better center. We need a better right tackle, left tackle. We have some problems, right, that we need to fix. Our defense overall, we have a good defense. You look at this defense, overall, this defense is very, very good. You know, it's the offense I'm worried about. So, I really, and see, Kenny Pickett is a scheme fit, so that makes me want to start him even more. Let me take a look at his ratings. So he needs to improve a little bit on his accuracy. His short accuracy isn't awful. Throw power is 86. Speed 81, acceleration 87. So he could start potentially. Let me look at his ratings here. Mitch Trubisky. Actually, his accuracy is a little worse. His throw power is an 88. His speed's an 84. Number 38. Let me see what his. He's ranked number 42, so he's right behind him. That's going to be hard. That's going to be really hard. As of now, I'm going to have Mitch starting, but Kenny Pickett is a true. I mean, it's possible. I think I'm going to change our scheme. I think we're going to do. So this scheme uses traditional pulling linemen and lead blockers in the run game to grind through defenses. I think I want to run the spread. I think I'm changing to the spread. A little bit of everything in there. Then now he is a scheme fit. See, now we have a lot more guys who are scheme fits. Still no receivers, surprisingly. And George Pickens is actually going to be our wide receiver number 3. He is going to be our wide receiver number 3. Specialist, I want to get. Oh, George Pickens is going to be involved because he is our third string. He is our slot receiver. My bad. Sub linebacker looks good. Slot corner, I guess that looks good. And then TJ Watt, we all know TJ Watt is very explosive. Let's take a look at the free agents and see what's going on. Let's see. Cam Newton for QB. So we're going to have to keep the QBs we got for now because there isn't any better overalls, at least. Right tackle, 71. We could sign him. No, I am actually tempted to sign Jason because he's a 75 overall. Yeah, he's 40 years old. He wants $5 million though. He wants $5 million. He's a 75 overall at the left tackle position. Let me see if I have. Let me see what we pay our current left tackle, which is going to be Dan Moore, and he's still only a second-year player. I think we should just keep Dan. He didn't allow any sacks last year. We only have to pay him $1 million. We pay him less for the next 3 years than we'd have to pay. Yeah. We're gonna keep him. I would like to improve our offensive line, but I just don't think right now is the time. So let's take a look at the Bengals. We all know that that they have a stacked team, right? So yeah, I got Joe Burrow. We're gonna have to worry about him. We're really gonna have to worry about him. We got Joe Mixon. We're gonna have to stop him. Um, Wide receiver, we got Jamar Chase. We have to stop. Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins. All three of those guys, right? We're gonna have to stop Hayden. Their offensive line isn't that good, so if we can get through their offensive line, sack Burrow a few times. Collins is their best offensive lineman. But if we can get through their offensive line, we should be. Trey Henderson, we got to watch out for him. B.J. Hill, he's decent. Trey Flowers, Logan Wilson. And then we got to watch out for a few of their corners. A few of their corners can pick some stuff up. Eli Apple, he's iffy. Jesse Bates and then Von Bell. So we got to watch out for all of them here. We're gonna hop right into this game and see what happens here. I'm actually gonna turn. Yeah. So that's how I'm gonna do this. I'm actually gonna turn the audio settings on. We are running with 9-minute quarters here. I am gonna turn the audio settings on so that as if it was a broadcast. That way we have some audio in there. Because I could commentary it. Not that really good though. So I feel like the EA announcers ain't much better probably, but is what it is. If you guys want that on, you can let me know in the comments. And if you don't want the commentary for the game, as far as it goes on EA, I can turn that off for you guys. Just let me know down in the comments. We are going to break out. Do we have any? Okay, so the alternate classic is right here. Okay, that's the color rush. So we're just going to rock and roll the away jerseys. They're running with their alternate jersey for this game. And I wonder when they're going to add in the white helmets, because I know that they're really getting white helmets, I believe. But as of now, we just got to roll with what we got.
It's week 1 of the National Football League. And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between AFC North rivals. It's the Steelers and the Bengals. Next on Madden NFL 23.
Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. Today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1 between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Alongside Charles Davis up in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Very pleased to be with you for another season of NFL football. And, Charles, we are no stranger to rivalry games between Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. What is different is that the roles have kind of been reversed. Cincinnati comes in as the division favorites following last year's Super Bowl appearance. The Steelers no more Big Ben, and they're now viewed as likely underdogs.
And we've known that the roles have been reversed since last season and the entire offseason. Yet still hearing you say it, it still has to sink in. And I know the Bengals fans, they're very happy to see those roles reversed because they had dropped 11 straight to Pittsburgh prior to their recent resurgence. So this was a great test for both of these teams to start off this season. Pittsburgh with a new quarterback and Cincinnati coming off of the Super Bowl.
Evan McPherson about ready to get this going as we are underway now from Paul Brown Stadium. From the 6. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And it winds up a terrific return, but
I wanted to take that all the way back.
And this is going to come all the way back. Well, that wipes away a big return on the opening kickoff.
And that's the way you're supposed to start a game. What a momentum grabber.
Of course.
Instead,
Our great return.
run with Harris out of the shotgun. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to
I mean, we're facing a team that went to the Super Bowl. This isn't going to be any easy task, right? And I have actually decided that I don't like the in-game commentary for this series. I know I'm back and forth. Apologize about that, but I just don't like it. Terrible throw there. It was an awful throw. First play of the game, we could have been all the way down at, near the 50-yard line, but that penalty brought it back here. What can Mitch do? He's pressured. He has an open guy, and he gets it to him. Let's go. Johnson over the middle of the field there. I want to get George Pickens on the field and see what he can do as well. That was a good third down conversion right there by Mitch Trubisky with a connection to Deontay Johnson. Najee Harris pushing, and he gets the first down. Let's go. A good 10 yards on that play right there by Najee Harris. We're going to hand it right back off to Najee Harris again. Last season, he had 12,000 rushing yards. 12,000, what I'm talking about. 1,200, my bad. Right there, he finds another gap, and he gets another first down with a pickup of 10. Yep, so last season, he had 1,200 rushing yards, 7 touchdowns. In the playoffs, he had only 29 rushing yards. As we know, they didn't make it very far in the playoffs. So he only got 29 rushing yards there. I mean, not a bad team, though. Not a bad team. Not a bad team at all. Looks like they might blitz here. No, they back up. He's pressured. He's running to the outside. And Mitch Trubisky is going to pick up 9 yards and bring it to 2nd and 1. And in this game, the Bengals is a 6-point favorite. So we'll see what happens, obviously. But I do think that we have a chance here. And I will be running with the coach suggestions just because it makes it, one, okay, I'm in here as the owner. So really the coach would be calling the plays anyway. So whatever the coach suggests is what I'm going to call, right? Well, most of the time, sometimes. And then second from that, because if he calls a bad call, that's what the owner's for. To fire them, and calling not one bad call, but enough bad calls in the season, cost you games, cost you playoff games, whatever the case may be. Point is, we'll be calling as Najee Harris gets the ball here, and he gets a good about 5 or 6 yard gain, brings it 1st and 10 at the 32. Point is, we will be calling the coach suggestions here. It makes it a better game too, because if you sit here and you become a try hard and you call your all plays, sometimes the way that they make Maddens is you can just destroy every team almost. So, with that being said, we'll be calling some coach suggestions here, and sometimes they have some good suggestions on there, but not always. And that's probably going to be an illegal forward pass there on Mitch.
Illegal forward pass.
Yeah. Over the offensive line there. Over the offensive line. And they are probably going to accept it. We have a player injured here. Looks like it's going to be Dotson. And it's the beginning of the year. Him and Green are rated the same, though I am going to sub in Green. I am going to sub in Green for that. We'll go with another run. Najee Harris seems like he's kind of not unstoppable, but see if he can get stopped here. Picks up about 3 yards. He has 5 rushes, 29 yards in this game. Mitch Trubisky had a good last few seasons. Last season he didn't get to play much, but the 4 seasons before that for the Bears, he had 2,000 passing yards, 3,000 passing yards, then another 2,000. So he's not awful, as he throws a pass here to Sternberger and makes it 4th and 11. Couldn't get nothing going there on that play. Just had to take, and I will go to replay here and see if we had anyone else open. It looks like he got open right here. Looks like our other tight end was about to get open here. Yep. Could have dumped it off to him. We're gonna have to take the points. We're playing pretty difficult team here, and it is through the uprights and goes for 3 right there. Boswell with the kick. We are playing a rather difficult team here. We're not playing it's not like we're playing the Lions or the Bears or anything. We're playing the Bengals, and it's not. I don't think the Bengals are obviously a great team, but I think that they are very, very good. Obviously, they went to the Super Bowl. Don't know whether they should have been in there or not. Is, I guess, each their own opinion, but I do think that they have a very solid team. Really, they have a good quarterback and really good receivers and a decent defense. That's what their team boils down to. But we have an even better defense, so let's try to get a stop right here. All right. Over here with Bush. And we were all over him. We were all over him. But we couldn't get the stop. TJ Watt. We'll come off the edge with TJ Watt right here. Try to get a sack. Oh, man. I don't know how he's... Well, that is their best offensive tackle right there. The right tackle is their best offensive tackle. So maybe I shouldn't have came at him with TJ like that. Really, over here with Hayward, we should be creating some problems right here, because that offensive lineman, his rating was pretty low. I don't remember what it was. It was like 70 or something like that. So in reality, we should be coming off. He's the right edge in our... Oh, we will get through with TJ almost. We got through with TJ, but then he got on to another offensive lineman. So that was very not productive for us. And TJ right there. I'm going to come off with TJ again. I really want to get TJ his first sack of the year, but he's just kind of struggling over there with that right tackle. We're in a play zone. I'm gonna. Yeah. Oh, TJ gets in there, and how does that happen? Madden, explain to me. How in the world, Joe Mixon, who's not bad, but he's not big. I mean, he's a decent size, yeah, but he's not no TJ Watt. He's not big like TJ. TJ is bigger than Joe Mixon, right? So how does Joe Mixon, he's struggling, and then all of a sudden he throws TJ backwards. TJ falls on the ground like it was Derrick Henry times 5 on steroids. That's insane. Back at it again, 3rd and 3. And they complete a pass. His first reception of the game. And now we have, Joe Burrow, who is in a rhythm here. And his X factor is activated. As Reese Witherspoon comes in there.
On one, ready?
TJ Watt. And we get him stopped on the 3-yard line.
Here we go.
Let's see. Will be Minka.
11, mighty. 11.
Ah, man, I couldn't get in there. They get in front of you and they run. A lot of times when teams run those slants in the end zone, it's just so difficult to defend. Because as you see right here, if I can get it on it, Minka right there coming over. But there's nothing I can do, right? Because at this point in time, 3 of our defensive guys was completely didn't know what in the world was going on and standing over here. If they would have took both of these guys, we could have locked them down right there. We could have locked them down. Yeah. We would have locked them down. But they didn't. So I left Minka trying to come over and make something happen on Boyd, and it just didn't happen. So nothing really you can do in that situation. We'll take the return here. We have Austin. He almost returned one earlier, and this time he gets one down to the 28. We did lose Juju Smith. That's a big loss for the Steelers. Gonna have to try to come out here and make something happen with Najee. We're going to keep running it with Najee. I think that's going to be our strategy this game. Obviously, we're not going to run it every play, but when he's got 6 carries and 33 yards, that's not super great, but it's not that bad either. We'll sit in the pocket. We got a guy coming over the middle, Chase Claypool. Gets it down to the 44. Probably shouldn't run this play, but we're going to. And right there is Deontay Johnson. And we have some good receivers, right? It's just the fact of getting them open. And getting the ball to them, really. Mitch Trubisky has an arm, but it's not the greatest. Najee gets it here, trying to find a hole. Couldn't decide to go to the left or the right. Nonetheless, though, gets the first down, and that's what we're looking for right there. And we'll see if we can get Johnson over the middle again. I think we ran this play on 3rd down earlier in the game, and he did get open, and right there he's open again. We'll just take it and fall down with it. Let's go. We'll just take it and fall down with it. I didn't want to risk, running that in and it getting knocked out of my hand or anything like that. So we just took it and we fell with it. We got Pickens. He might get open here. We're going to have him run a zig. And he will get open. George Pickens with his first reception as a Pittsburgh Steeler. We're going to run it to the right, hand off to Najee, and he is stuffed on the 16-yard line. And this is when we call out our goal line package, right? And we just hand it off to Derek Watt and let him run it up the middle. Fullback run, we max protect the line, and we get over it and get a first down. That's smash mouth football. That's what we got to do. So now we're going to try to hit Claypool or Johnson in the end zone. We'll obviously watch some of these other routes. And right there off the bat, Chase is open, and he gets off the tackle and in the end zone, and it's a touchdown, Pittsburgh Steelers. He just got open. Well, he was sort of open. The defender was on him just a little bit there. But he's able, after the catch, he gets in front of it, makes the catch, and after the catch, he's able to shrug the defender off and get into the end zone. And that's what you call a physical receiver, right? He's here, and I couldn't debate if I was going to throw to Johnson or if I was going to throw to Claypool. When I saw these two defenders to the right side of the field right here follow my fullback and my tight end, I had to. So I throw it off to him. He's able to shrug him off and get into the end zone. That's just great right there. It's a great throw right into the hands of Claypool, and Claypool shrugs him off and gets into the end zone. That's what you like to see right there. That's what you like to see. As we try to put this one through the uprights, and it is. And it's a 10-7 ball game. Now, the only problem that I see us having is stopping Burrow, right? So we have a good defense, yes. But it's hard. When you take a star quarterback, right, and you take that quarterback like Joe Burrow right here, who's 7 for 7 and 76 yards on the first drive of the game, right? When you take that, and you take that star quarterback and you put him on the field with receivers like Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd, like, he's going to make plays. He's going to find somebody open because you have three. You really have 2 star receivers, maybe 3, if you consider Tyler Boyd a star receiver. Some people do, some people don't. Whatever. If you consider him a star receiver, which I do, you have 3 star receivers on the field, right? This is going to be holding. We are going to accept that. It's going to make it 1st and 20. But my point is, you put them on the field, he's going to find somebody open. We're going to run zone here and see what happens. You put them on the field all at the same time, you're going to have 3 star corners to stop them, really. And even then, it's going to be difficult. Joe Mixon just completely dropped that one. Joe Burrow put it right in his hands. We're going to run zone again. But when you do that, all these receivers on the field, it's just hard to stop. I mean, most teams only have 1 star receiver, maybe 2. Bengals have 3. If it was just Jamar Chase alone, it would be hard. He's gonna run over the field. I know it. I gotta get on him. Thankfully, we made a stop there. I knew that Jamar was going to run in this middle of the field right here. I knew that he was going to try to run somewhere in right here, right? So I put Bush on him to follow him here. Or not Bush, sorry, Jack. Still not 100% familiar with all the Steelers players, but we're learning here. I'm not a Steelers fan at all, so. But he stays right with him. I like that. Oh, man, we couldn't get in on the block. If I was a little bit quicker on the jump, maybe we could have. And we're going to try to... didn't do much there. We get it to 34 on the punt return. And we're going to run it here. And a little elusiveness there. Gets it down to the 37, 3-yard gain. Not awful. Not awful at all. We'll see what can come up here on 2nd and 7. I want to try to hit probably... I don't know. We'll see if Pickens is open. And he is. And we get it to him. And he gets a first down. Let's go. I was scared when I first threw that because I thought Wilson could jump in front of it and get it. But thankfully, George Pickens jumps in front of Wilson and gets the ball and gets the first down. And that's what you like to see right there. That's what you like to see from a rookie receiver. Only a 2nd catch of his NFL career. Ends up in a first down. Same play we ran earlier at the goal or near the goal line. That turned into a touchdown, and we can't get this one off, and it's a fumble, and thankfully one of our offensive linemen jumped on it there, and now we have an offensive lineman that is hurt. So that was a disastrous play. That was a disastrous play. I was about to hit Claypool up right there. I was going to throw it to him right there, right when I'm getting sacked. As you can see, my Mitch is drawled back and he's ready to throw it. But I mean, it just gets in there. The ball comes out and no one can get it. And I think he's the guy that got hurt. He is, yep. And then Henderson couldn't get it. Who got it? Who came up with it? It was Moore. Okay. And now we've got to go here and see what's wrong with our offensive lineman. Looks like dislocated shoulder. Man, they knew that fit quick, didn't they? James Daniels. And I think he was one of our better offensive linemen, I think. Right guard. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, he is one of our better offensive linemen. We're going to have to put Kendrick Green in now for him. Oh, man, and it's a journey. It's a journey. We're not running this at all. We've got to run 2 pass plays right here. We've got to try to get a first down. Right there, hit him up. George Pickens with another first down. Mitchell Trubisky is under pressure again on that play. And he makes a first down. Let's go. Or he makes the good throw. Right here, you have 5 guys rushing, and you only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys blocking, right? So that's difficult. That's real difficult. Our offensive lineman did great right there. Got the space open. Trubisky didn't have to retreat or anything like that. He only had to back up about 3 yards. Great play. Great play. Really great play. We're going to see Johnson, probably. Yep. Deontay Johnson, and he gets a good 5-yard pickup. Puts it down on the 38-yard line. And let me tell you, I'm not no, absolutely not. We're not subbing him out for, no, Let me tell you, Mitch Trubisky is not by any means like a top, I wouldn't say top 5 or nothing like that. However, in this game, he has done pretty decent so far. Hopefully I'm not jinxing him, but he needs to keep it up. And another one to George Pickens, and George Pickens gets a good pickup of 10 yards, brings it down to the 28. George Pickens. He's a physical receiver. He's really physical, and I like that. I like that. George Pickens, again, if they blitz here, George Pickens is wide open. And they are, and I'm throwing it to George. And it got broken up. He wasn't wide open, but I was already determined that I was throwing that to George if they blitzed, right? I was just waiting for the right moment. There wasn't a right moment, but I still had to get that ball off because they were blitzing. So I already had my mind, I'm going to throw it to him. Whenever they're blitzing, I've got to throw it to him because that's where my mind was at. I didn't have time to scan the field and see if there's anyone else. And we do have a guy open right there, but I'm just going to try to run this up because I've seen it 100 times before. We get a 4-yard pickup there. If I would have thrown that, that would have probably been an interception. If it was Mahomes or something, then maybe he could get that ball off. But with Mitch Trubisky, a quarterback of his caliber, that would have been an inaccurate throw on the run, and it would have been a pick. So we got to take what we got. We got to take what we got, and we don't have anything here. We're gonna have to throw that away. I was trying to get him off guard there, and after starting 11-12, we go 11-14 on our pass attempts, and we have another field goal opportunity, and we're just gonna take it. We got to take the points that's given to us, and it's gonna be through the uprights by Boswell. His second field goal of the game, 2 for 2. That one was a little bit easier than the first one, I think. So far we've went field goal, touchdown, field goal, and the Bengals have went touchdown and punt. So far we're on the right track. We just got to keep it up, and Bush almost got in there on that one, but just couldn't bring it home. Let me see here who we've got. We have right outside linebacker is going to be Alex Highsmith, Miles Jack, and then TJ Watt. Devin Bush is going to be our second, or middle linebacker 2. They run one running back, 1 tight end, 3 receivers. Miles Jack right here. He's going to be guarding that tight end. And we take it with him. We played man on that, even though we were only supposed to play zone, and we forced Joe Burrow to dump it off to the flats, and it's incomplete. Miles Jack. Guarding right here. And he dumps it off. Gets a 5-yard pickup. We're playing a little bit of man here. Uh-oh. And he gets it to him. See, he threaded the needle with that one on Tyler Boyd. There's nothing. If that can't stop him, how do you stop him, right? You thread the needle. Really, you do. Because if that's too high, it's getting picked, right? If it's too far to the left, then Fitzpatrick is taking it. You have to have an arm and an accurate arm to make that throw right there. And then Tyler Boyd just does a good job by bringing it in. We are at the 2-minute warning.
11.
And I'm staying on Jack. Play with the middle linebacker here. And Joe Mixon. And we get in there and hit Stickum. And he drops the ball.
Here we go.
Devin Bush, Miles Jack. Miles Jack is the star player right here on this defense. We're gonna keep him on Joe Mixon. And Joe Burrow finally, the pocket collapses, and Joe Burrow gets taken down for a sack. I tried to call a timeout there, but thankfully I did, because Joe Burrow is sacked a second time, and we're calling a timeout. I tried to call a timeout there because I didn't like the defense we were in. I had picked a blitz. I didn't want to blitz. I tried to switch it to zone. I don't even know if the audible got called. And then I tried to call a timeout, and it didn't do it. Thankfully, it didn't, though, because we get in there on another sack. Weatherspoon just gets in there unguarded and brings him down. Really, he brought him down on his own. I guess Bush helped a little bit there. I think he brought him down on his own as far as what I could see. And we force another punt with 1:20 left. Depending on this return. And we get it to the 23 with 2 timeouts. I'm at least going for a field goal. I'm at least going for a field goal right here. Deontay Johnson. George Pickens on the field again. You already know I'm throwing it George Pickens' way. That is only a 5-yard pickup. It's only a 5-yard pickup. We need something a little bit better than that. We're throwing it to George Pickens again, and that's going to be an inaccurate ball over to the sideline. I wanted him to catch that on the sideline anyway, so to stop that clock. And 3rd and 4. We have to try to convert here because they still have 3 timeouts, and I don't want them to have a chance at points. I don't want them to have a chance at points. And we will throw that over to the sideline, but it is incomplete again. And I think that I jinxed him because Mitch has done pretty good. And ever since I've commented him, what in the world? I did not know that their punter was okay. Yeah, Mitch has done pretty good, and ever since I complimented him, he's only thrown 1 complete pass. And they have 43 seconds now. And only really have to go probably a decent 40 yards, and they have a good field goal. Really 30. So actually, we're going to give cushion here because anything under the middle I'll allow. We're going to take this.
Here we go, here we go.
Jamar Chase, and he throws it over to Tyler Boyd. And gets it completed, and he gets out of bounds without having to use a timeout.
11.
Gets that completed again. Has to burn a timeout, though, and they only have one left, which they will have to save for their kick, probably. So now we should probably have ran man. Can we get in on another sack?
11 Thomas. 11 MT.
Tackle him in. Tackle him in bounds. Yes, I think he fell in bounds. He did. And they're going to have to burn the timeout with 6 seconds left. And I don't know if they're going to kick it or if they're going to... It's telling me that like they're going to go for it, but I don't think they are. So we're going to go for... And I'm calling a timeout. 1, to freeze them, and 2, I didn't get to pick the play that I wanted because, of course, it picked it for me because I wasn't ready yet. Field goal return. We're going to try to return this. They do have McPherson, though. I don't think he'll miss. But in case they do, we'll try to return it. And he will miss it with 1 second left, too. He will miss it, but we didn't get a chance to return that one. And honestly, I'm not doing that. Absolutely not. I know I said I will run with the coach suggestion a lot. Not on that one, no. We're just going to run it. If it breaks, well, we could actually have a shot at the end zone. Actually, we could. We'll do it. I forgot we were on the 49-yard line. I will take a shot at the end zone with that. Because if you miss, it's highly unlikely that they're going to return it. But if they did, that would be insane. And if you miss, then I don't really see, like if it gets intercepted or something, yeah, that's a stat line. But as long as they don't return it, we should be all right. We're going to lob it to the end zone. We're going to try to go up there, and we can't bring it down, but it's okay. We're going to go to halftime here. And, I mean, so far in this one, we're 13-7. We've had 31 offensive snaps. They've had 26. I'm going to look at games around the country. And we have Cleveland at Carolina. (28-10) there. And our goal for the second half, honestly, throw it short. Just do what we've been doing. You're 80% completed for that. We obviously have to defend the medium pass with Burrow. And we're going to kick it off to start this half off. We're going to see what happens here. And we don't even give them a chance to return it. Which is for the better.
Gun. Cut.
We left Jamar open. That was bad. I didn't know if he was going to keep going across or if he was stopping. By the time he stopped and everything, it was too late. Uh-oh. We left somebody open, and they're lobbing it downfield. Mika Can't stop Jamar, and he gets it on the 11-yard line. I didn't switch to user right there because I didn't want to mess that play up. And, of course, he catches it anyway on the 11. Thankfully, Minka got him stopped before he got into the end zone, though. But it's not going to matter because he gets it to Mixon, and he gets on the 4-yard line. And he gets sacked, and it's fumbled, and T.J. Watt picks it up on the 21-yard line. So that will matter that Minka stopped him before getting into the end zone. For a play like that, that's why they always preach, never give up on a drive, even when they're on the 1-yard line. Keep fighting. Keep fighting for plays like that. The first mistake of the game comes by way of the Cincinnati Bengals and Joe Burrow. And we're going to hand it off here to Najee Harris, and he's going to get a good 10 yards for a first down on the 31. He has had 10 rushes for 52 yards this game. And now we're driving here. If we can score on this drive, we may be looking at putting this one away, and we throw it off, but it is incomplete. We threw out of pressure there. We're going to run another pass play here. Our offensive line needs to protect our quarterback a little bit better, and we throw it out to Chase Claypool, and he gets a first down on the sideline. And once again, Mitch was under pressure. Our offensive line is not doing their job right now. They're creating space for a running game for the most part. Hopefully this doesn't stop too. But and he gets tripped up on that one, and he's going to go behind the line of scrimmage and get taken down for a 4-yard loss. And now we're going to have to run 2 passing plays, really, as I call a bad play there. I didn't mean to call that play. We'll see what can happen. And we'll hit up Chase Claypool and let him get it down to the 49-yard line. And we're going to try to hit Chase up again, honestly. And honestly, I want Pat to protect right there. And I can't get it off, and we're sacked. The whole purpose, right, of me having him protect was to protect, but he didn't protect. He didn't protect. Look, he touches him and says, "Okay, I can't get you." And then we double team right there. We have this guy doing nothing, 53 right here. Green. We have you doing nothing. We have Najee Harris doing nothing. People has got to protect. You've got to protect. We could have got that playoff right there and got a first down, but instead, we're punting. It's very unfortunate. Oh man, and we had a terrible punt. That was an awful punt. That was an awful punt. How is that kick catch interference? Oh my. You've got to be kidding me. Look at their starting field position. They get it down. 28-yard line here. They're going to score on this drive, right? They're going to score. I always say, I just said on the last drive, don't give up. But they're going to score. They're going to score. They're going to score. Yep. And he pushes him off once again. They make Joe Mixon like I said, like 10 Derrick Henrys on steroids or something. Like he can just push middle linebackers off like that and shrug them like they're nothing. Dude, Derrick Henry don't even do that to linebackers.
11, 11.
That's insane. Jonathan Taylor doesn't do that to linebackers. Like, that's just insane, dude. All right, we're going to have to blitz. They're probably going to pass, but we're going to have to blitz. Bring this pressure to the offensive line. And we stop them for a 3-yard loss. Now we're going to have to run. I want to run a man,
Here we go.
because I already know that they're going to pass. Do we have any mismatches? Yeah. And, of course, he gets in the end zone there. Tyler Boyd. And it's going to be a 13-13 game. And with the extra point, it's going to bring it to 14-13. And we've got to do something on this drive to get points on the board. If we want to win this game, we have to get points on the board right here, and running into your own players is not how we do it. Mike Tomlin trying to give Mitch Trubisky a little bit of mentorship and I guess motivation going into this one. We need to get some momentum on our side. They are stealing the momentum. We're throwing that one off to George Pickens, and I thought it was going to be incomplete, but thankfully we get that one complete. Only our third completion since halftime. We're going to let Najee run this one, and he's going to run it up the gut, and he's going to get a good 4 yards. Chase was sort of open there. We got it to him, though. 2nd and 5. All right. I want to see if we can get... Oh, man. And we take another sack. Just nothing open, man. I'm looking for these two guys right here, right? And they're not open. I should have probably thrown to Chase right there. Or really, I should have thrown to the tight end right there when he's coming across the logo. But I didn't. I didn't see him. And we're probably not going to get this. I'll try to hit Johnson over the middle. And we don't get it. And we are forced to punt again. Let's see if we can get a little bit better punt than last time. And we do. And he's going to return this one. And we get him at the 28-yard line.
Gun, gun. Got.
They get it to the 31-yard line with a pass to Moss from Bureau.
Here we go, here we go.
Miles Jack on this one. And they throw it to Boyd again. And boy, Joe Burrow is having himself a field day out here with this coverage. I mean, this is... And Joe Burrow's going to run it, and I knew it. Got to make him fumble. Like, come on, man. I knew he was going to run when he was coming off on the right side right there. And there's nothing you can do. And we are completely shut out
Here we go, here we go.
in the third quarter. Don't know how that's possible, but it happened. We're going to play a little bit of defensive line here, try to bring Burrow down. Don't know how we don't have more. Fitzpatrick gets that one picked off. Check that interception out again. Right there. Let's go. And we don't have anyone open, and we throw that one out of bounds. That's fine. That's fine. And that one off to Chase Claypool, and he pushes another defender off of him and gets it down to the 38. And we're in the hurry-up offense at this point because we're trying to catch him off guard with anything and everything we can and just catch it. Just fall to the ground. There we go. Good 4-yard pickup. And now we're going to run it with Najee on 2nd down and 6. And we're going to bounce out to the left side here, and we're going to get a 1st down and more. Brings it to the 22-yard line. And we might have a drive pumping here if we can keep this up. Right there to Deontay Johnson on the 14-yard line. We're going to run it on 2nd and 2. Deontay Johnson has 5 receptions this game for 61 yards. We hand it off to Najee, and he gets up the middle for a gain of 1. Makes it 3rd and 1. Here with 6 minutes and 29 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Hand off to Najee again, and he pushes it up, this time for a gain of 4. Brings it 1st and goal on the 9. We need to play for the lead here. Dump it off to Najee Harris, and he's going to get caught behind the line, and he's going to get brought down for a loss of 3 on the play. A loss of 3. We're going to have to throw that one away in order to have a chance at 3rd and goal here. Not trying to throw anything stupid. Not trying to get picked off. We're going to run this play. Yeah. And I'm going to look for Johnson. Probably not Pickett. But I'm going to look for Johnson or Claypool. And no one really open, and we're going to have to toss that one away too. So they shut us down there. We're going to have to take the field goal, and hopefully our defense can come up with another stop. Hopefully our defense can come up with another stop here. We get him a stop there.
Here we go.
On the 19-yard line, that's pretty bad field position here. But some way or another, the Bengals, Joe Burrow is going to find a way. Some way or another. And I don't know how we have, he had 20 seconds to throw.
Gun.
It's insane to me. And he dumps that one off to Mixon.
Gotta go.
He gets a good gain there. We're gonna run, I guess we'll run cover 2.
Here we go. 11 times.
We're going to run man right here. We need a stop. We need a big stop. Come on, get him. No, there ain't no way he's throwing Jack off like that. See? Thankfully, our guys get there and make a stop. But there's no way that he's throwing Jack off like that. There's no way. He's done it like 2 or 3 times this game where he's thrown someone way bigger than him off. It's kind of annoying. Oh. Yeah, just get out of bounds with that one. On the 40-yard line, that's good field position. And now it's time to start chewing the clock down. You got 4 minutes. My goal is to possess the football for about 3 minutes and then either kick a field goal or a touchdown. And we do have to throw a little bit here, even though I'm trying to milk the clock, because we're trying to move the football, right? And we'll throw that one. Oh, my goodness. He can't get it off again. And I was trying to throw. He's got sacked so many times, man. I was trying to throw that one on the sideline, as you see, but once again, it stops my animation. And I don't think we're going to get a first down here. I don't think it's possible. Uh-oh. Maybe. And no. Way out of bounds. He threw that one to Egypt. Or somewhere. I don't know where. But that one was just insane. So we didn't do anything that I wanted to do. I wanted to possess the football for 3 minutes. We only possessed it for about 2. 1.5, really. And then I wanted to score on this drive, and we did not score. We get the ball back on the 29-yard line. They've got to get probably to about the 35 on their side, on the other side of the field here on our side, in order to attempt, or really about the 40. They really only got about 30 yards to go in order to kick their field goal. Thankfully, that was an incompletion. I don't have a good feeling about this. And he completes that one over there on the 36. Makes it 3rd and 3 here with 2 minutes and 24 seconds left. We do need another stop. We need another stop right here, right now. And he gets it over to his tight end, and he shrugs T.J. Watt off and gets it exactly where they need it for a field goal. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And we have 2 minutes left now.
11, mighty. 11.
And he hands it off to Joe Burrow. And I know what they're doing now. All right. They're going to try to run it. They're going to try to get... Because they know that they're in field goal range, right? So now their goal is to sit here and run the clock. We got to call the timeout because our defense is all out of whack. He's just calling hurry up after hurry up after hurry up. Ball in the air. We got to swat the ball. Actually, we need the ball back. We need the ball back. So ball in the air. We got to play the ball. Cornerback matchups is by speed. We're stripping this ball, and then that's it. Every time we have got to strip the ball. They're going to let the time run. I don't know why they're like, hurry up. Like, and I'm going to do one more right here. Hopefully we can stop them right here. And, of course, we don't stop them.
Here we go.
And at this point, I think I'm going to let them score so that we can get the ball back and try to go down the field. Let them score. What are you doing? Now we have to call a timeout and waste another one of our timeouts. I don't know why they just wouldn't let them score right there. That makes no sense to me. Like, just let them score. Now we have to play with one timeout. Like, I'm pulling all my guys back. Let them score. Just let them score. That's what we should have done before. Not have to burn a timeout, and we would have had 40 seconds left. Now we only have 27 with one timeout. You let them score in that situation, and then we go down the field and try to get a score ourselves. I don't think it's going to work, but we'll try. We just couldn't make this stop when we had to. That's what it boils down to. Don't even return this one. I don't think we dropped down the field 75 yards in 27 seconds. Maybe I'm wrong. And we have to call the timeout, our one and only timeout. We have to call it because otherwise the time's going to run out. And we hit. Oh man, this is very difficult. Oh man, we need something that's on the sideline, right? Well, no, absolutely. I'm not going to start throwing Hail Marys with 15 seconds left. We need something that goes to the sideline so that we can get out of bounds, but still have a shot at the end zone, right? Whatever you do, just do not get sacked. Catch that on the sideline, and it's intercepted, and that's the ball game. We didn't even get to take our shot at the end zone, but it's all right. No timeouts left. This one is surely all but over. He's going to knee it, and that's going to be the ball game. We drop game one against the Bengals. We had a chance to win it. We didn't execute. Our defense didn't play that great. They played all right. They held them to 21 points. And our offense line was just atrocious, right? You go here and look at the player stats, right? And let's just go, or actually here, we'll go to team stats for you, all right? And let's go and see if it has the sacks on here. It does not. I don't know why they don't include that on here. So then we will have to do it this way. Go to defense, and we'll put it on the Bengals, all right? Two sacks. That's 4 sacks right there. That's a lot of sacks, right? But you look at us, we had 3 sacks. I mean, I guess that's still decent enough. We had 4 sacks, actually. Oh, so we had 4 sacks too. Okay. And passing-wise, we did all right at first, but then we kind of let it slip. As of now, Mitch Trubisky is still our starter because I think he did a decent job. But I don't think that he did phenomenal. So we start out 0-1. And next week we will have a home game versus the New England Patriots where we try to get back on track. We're at the bottom of the AFC North. This has been your boy T and Smooth saying peace, and I'll see you on the next one. Stay safe.